Allen alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. In the last two meetings for these two teams, the Celtics were handed a loss when they went up against the Rockets. So they win one, lose one. Things have been pretty evenly matched so far. One of these teams has to step up.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Smart and Bradley, the guards. Jonas Jerebko out there with Tyler Zeller. And it's Crowder in it, the three spot. Kicks to Jerebko. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Jerebko's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Celtics. Pass to Beverly. He dishes it to Moniunas. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Beverly. They get it again. A second chance effort. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Crowder kicks to Jerebko.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
To the middle. Ariza with the rebound.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did, but boy, that was a nice job.
And he gets the bucket. Jerebko's got 9 points.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the three.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Bradley passes to Zeller. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Here's where Boston sits right now, Kevin, in the current league rankings. Second in steals, 5th in scoring. And they're in the top 10 in rebounding. This is a team that does a good job getting on the glass.
And going back to their steals ranking, you have to appreciate the quick hands. I mean, the ball's never safe when they're on the prowl, and I think that mentality is what bothers opponents.
Kicks it out to Harden. Sinks the three-pointer. Harden's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. It's Bradley on the wing. Pass to Zeller. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Jerebko. Rockets with the rebound. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And Zeller kicks to Bradley. Shot clock at 6. Back to Zeller. Doubled by Howard. And stolen by Howard. Here's Ariza. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Smart kicks to Jerebko. Tries to snap the cold streak. Boston again missing. Here's Harden. And he lays it straight in. Harden's got 5 points so far.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
And as we could... And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Boston, Jared Sullinger is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Evan Turner. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. And it's Hunter in at the shooting guard position. The three from Thomas. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And Brewer kicks to McDaniels. Kicks it out to Terry. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Terry's got his first 3 points of the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Houston with a big group substitution here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Capella. Ariza comes in for Corey Brewer. James Harden, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jason Terry.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And it's sent back by Howard. Ariza dishes to Beverley. Here's Harden. Excellent D from Thomas.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Beverley, the pass to Beasley. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul.
Jared Sullinger.
That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And guys, something new for the NBA is the HGH testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place.
Here's Beverley. And a miss there off the inbound. Celtics trailed by 16. Got a piece of it. Harden against Thomas. And Beverley kicks to Howard. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And with the HGH testing, it's done in every major sport. Seems like the right thing to do for the NBA. Just make sure everyone is on a level playing field, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think the punishment will be fair. First positive gets you a 20-game ban. The second one, 45.
It's stolen by Sullinger. And pushing it up, here's Boston.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so, it was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks. 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
Johnson against Beasley. Here's Harden. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Harden's got 7 points in the game. To stop the run. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Moniunas in the post. Johnson's there. Harden kicks to Moniunas. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one.
And they're not taking their foot off the pedal. They just keep adding to their lead.
Well, it's never a good idea to back off and ease up, and it doesn't look like that thought's even crossed their mind. I love it. And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
So for the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and Corey Brewer's subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Jerebko's checked in for the Celtics. Crowder comes in for Turner. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
And both free throws good for Thomas. 12 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Fires the 3. And the basket by Brewer. Brewer's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Bradley. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one.